Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Brave Kids Art Club. My name is Brad and I am so excited to draw today. One, because you guys are here and I always love drawing with you. And two, this animal is going to be so much fun to draw. It's actually very similar to one that we've drawn before and I think you guys had a lot of fun doing it. I know I had a lot of fun drawing it. So let me give you a few hints, see if you can figure out which one it is. It can be anywhere from 24 inches to 43 feet. Huge difference. It lives in the ocean. And its mouth is kind of like a beak. Do you know what animal this is? That's right, we're drawing a squid today. And like I was saying, most squids are actually pretty small, but there is one type called a giant squid, and it's giant. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a really, really big squid, up to 43 feet long, has the biggest eyeball in the entire animal kingdom. Biggest eyeball, because it needs a big eye to be able to see under the water because it lives so deep underwater. But of course, we're going to learn a lot of fun facts about it, but we want to start drawing. So let's make sure we have all of our tools and we're ready to get going. All right, make sure you have a piece of paper out. You're going to need a pencil because we're going to do some sketching and we're going to make some mistakes, of course, which is fine. That's part of the process. So we have erasers to help out with that. So we can erase those sketches, especially after we're done outlining, because this is going to be our final outline of everything that we're going to do at the very end of our sketching. And so we'll use a dark marker or a pen. And at the very end, we're going to do some coloring, which is going to be a blast because squids can change color. They can kind of change color to whatever their background is. So you can have fun drawing whatever colors you want. Isn't that awesome? They can change their own colors. Okay, so let's start sketching our squid. And I decided to draw a giant squid. I found it so interesting and so huge that I thought it'd be really fun to draw that one. So we're going to draw a massive squid. And we're going to start with maybe a little point. Draw a little point right in the middle at the top of your piece of paper. A little point. And then we're going to draw what's called the trunk. So we got to draw a line for where the trunk ends. I'll show you what that is. Let's draw that about right here. Let's say that's where the trunk ends. It's not like an elephant trunk. but it looks like most of their body is this. Or I guess it almost looks like a little hat on top of the little head, but you'll understand here in a second. So now we're just going to draw. It's going to look kind of like a torpedo. They're really good at swimming through the water, and they can go really fast. Like I think up to like 25 miles per hour. So they can keep up with a shark, but they just can't. I guess they can't keep up with the shark. They can go as fast as a shark. They can't do that for very long though. But still, they're very, very fast because of the shape of their body. So they kind of go whoosh through the water. And what I was saying, the animal that it's like that we've already drawn was the octopus. And there's a lot of similarities here with the octopus, and you'll see. But they also have these little wings or little fins on the top, and this helps steer them around. So we'll add those. This is a pretty symmetrical drawing, which makes it easy when you're making decisions, but makes it hard when you're actually trying to draw it because you want it to look exactly the same on both sides. That's what symmetrical means. So if you cut this in half, I want this side to look exactly like this half. But that's easier said than done. It's not super easy unless you're a computer. Alrighty, so we did the trunk, we did the little fins on the top. Now we got to draw the head. And the head is right here. A lot of their body parts are all right up in here. Like their brain and their heart, which is pretty fascinating. They have like 3 different hearts and they all do different things. Ours just pumps blood through our body and theirs does all sorts of different things. It's pretty fascinating. Okay, so we're going to draw kind of just some 2 lines right here. Just enough so that we can, and then I'm going to go like this. Watch this. I'm going to do a really faint little curve right here. And just like an octopus, they have 8 arms, but they also have 2 tentacles. So they call them a decapod because deca stands for 10. All right, so let's do the big eyeball right here. Now they do have 2 eyeballs, but you'll probably see the other one on the other side. So we're going to put this big one right here, and we'll just know that there's another one over there. They have the biggest eye in the animal kingdom. And it's because they live in a really dark area. When you go down deep enough in the water, sunlight can't get down there, so it's like pitch black. But how could a bigger eye help you see? You can test this out on your own. You actually just go into the bathroom in front of the mirror, go next to the light switch, and look at your eyes. Look at the pupils, the middle parts of your eyes. turn off the light switch, and then turn it back on really quick. And then look at your eyes. You'll see the black part get bigger and smaller. When the light hits it, they should get smaller. And then when it's gone, we turn the light off, they should get bigger. And they get bigger because they're allowing more light in. So if you have a bigger eye, it allows even more light in. So even in really dark areas, you can see a whole lot more. That's why a lot of animals that are nocturnal or spend a lot of time out at night hunting and things have really big eyes. Owls, or those bush babies, they have really big eyeballs. So lots of animals have that, and that's why. All right, so we got the trunk, we got the head and the eye, we got the little fins. Now I think we should start working on the arms. Now, you don't have to draw all 8 of them. That's okay. I'm going to try to draw as many as I can, but we'll just assume that there's more in there because sometimes it gets a little messy. But I'm going to draw mine like this. So I'm using this because that's how high I want to go for where the arms are going to go. I don't want to go any further than that. So you'll see. I'm going to go like this and like that. And then I'm going to bring that little arm up here. Ooh, there we go. Nice long arm. And then we'll do another one. And they can kind of do whatever they want, right? They work independently of each other. That's kind of nice, right? Wouldn't it be nice to have more than 2 arms sometimes? That'd be really helpful. Think how many things you could draw. I guess if your brain could keep up with that many things, you could do a whole bunch of different things at once. Or you'd be like an amazing catcher in baseball. Oh, speaking of sports, if anybody cares, I really like sports. And I'm from Seattle, Washington. And they just came out with a brand new NHL team. That's a professional hockey team. And they're calling the team the Kraken. And the Kraken is from stories from sailors at sea saying there's this big monster that would attack their ships. And what they actually think that was, instead of just a random monster, was that it was a giant squid. A giant squid, which kind of seems like a monster if it's 43 feet. Ooh, that's huge. Okay, so I only got how many in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I did get 6 at least. Let's pretend there's more back there because there's actually 8. And then I'm going to add 2 tentacles. Now, these tentacles look a little bit different than the arms. So I'm going to have them kind of coming up here. Now, these little guys, they work differently. I'm going to kind of go through mine, and that's okay. Oh, that's a little bit too much. But I'll draw right through it because we're in a sketch, so we can go back and erase all this stuff. That's okay. So I'm going to have it kind of go up there. Then I'm going to have another one kind of come up here, just like that on the other side. Oh, I like how that looks. And let's see. I'm going to do them a little bit thinner. And what these tentacles do is they actually help with one, they help them swim. They help kind of push them around in the water. But it also helps them grab food. They have little suctions on them. And I'll show you. They have like these little pads at the end that look a little different than an octopus. Here you go. This is what they look like. They kind of got like a little leaf shape. Like that. Like little hands. Little leaf shapes. There you are. And then they'll have little suction cups all over them so they can grab their food. They're carnivores, so they eat lots of other animals in the water there. They eat a lot of fish and things, and they have a really strong beak, like I said, a really strong beak, like almost like a parrot, but it's under here. You can't really see it. It's underneath all their arms and things in the middle of them, and they bring that food right into them, and they can eat it. But I want this to look adorable, and I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to give him a little smiley face right there. Now, I know that's not anatomically correct. That means it's not in the right spot on the body in real life. But I like how that looks, so I might just keep it there. And if you want to make this look exactly like one, maybe you can just forget about the smile. I just like to make friendly animals. Does that look pretty good? I think that looks pretty fun. Okay, well, if I'm at this point, that means all I got to do is do my outlining. All right, let's start up here. And work my way down. I might make it overlap a little bit over here. But yeah, sorry, sometimes I geek out about sports because I absolutely love sports. And I'm really excited that my hometown now has a hockey team. That's really cool. And they're called the Kraken. How cool is that name? The Kraken. Giant squid. Okay, so if you need to remind yourself that you're not going to go over these, and just erase that line. That was our guide. That was just our guide. So it's not going to draw a line right there unless you want to. Then, of course, draw your line. But I'm going to draw this behind there. And maybe I'll make it rounded off. Again, you don't have to follow your sketch exactly. You can always make modifications as you're drawing. That's the fun part. There we go. I thought it was really cool that they changed color. I guess I didn't realize that Squid do that too. And they can do it in real time. So if they go in like it doesn't take them like a long time to change their colors. They can just go in front of something and then pick up the color and be completely camouflaged. That's pretty neat. All right, let's go. Oh, I guess I'm gonna have those behind there. I was thinking that was in the front, but those are gonna be behind there. So I'll just kind of go like this with their arms, like this and that. Now their body isn't made up of like normal bones. They do kind of have like a bony structure, but not really, not super. It's kind of on the inside and it's a little soft, but it still protects and gives it some sort of form right here on the outside. Now this this arm is being a little weird. That's okay. I'll fix it. There we go. And there. Woo! Let's get the eyeball in there. There we are with the big happy pupil. And a little smile. Let's do a little smile. There we go, just a teeny tiny one. I guess in reality, if this is 43 feet long, then that is not so tiny of a mouth. It is a pretty big mouth. Okay, I might need to, let's see. Sometimes I confuse myself with all my lines and things, so I need to make sure that I'm not coloring over the parts I don't want to. All right, there we go. And there's the other little, those are kind of like little hands. It's pretty fun. They're like little hands on there. Just like octopus, they kind of have a little tube on the side of their head, or on the side of here, and it'll shoot out the water, and it'll kind of make it like a little, they call it propulsion. It kind of propels them or shoots them forward so they can swim real fast in the water. All right, well, I think I'm done. Like I said, if you want to add the correct amount of arms on here, you can add a couple more on there to make sure it has the 8. And then I have 8, but that's including my tentacles. So, oh, another cool fact about them is that they can squirt ink. They have an ink sac in them, and so if they get scared and they want to like get away really quickly, you'll notice that they'll just go. Poof, they'll shoot out some ink in the water so you can't see them, and then they escape. And they're, like I said, they're really, really fast, so they can use that ink as kind of like smoke, and they can almost disappear. It's kind of cool. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to erase all my sketch, and then I'm going to start coloring. So hopefully you're happy with what you've made so far, and you're excited to get coloring. Let's just catch up right after that. How does that sound? All right, cool. Let's do that. And there we go. Oh, did you think of a name for your squid yet? I think I'm going to name mine Jules. I like her name, Jules. It's actually named after a guy, but I like it as a girl's name too, so I'm going to name her Jules. And if you know what I'm referencing, if your parents know what I'm referencing, extra credit for them. But anyways, I'm so grateful that you guys are here and drawing with me today. This has been a blast. Hopefully you learned a lot about squids, which are really interesting creatures. And because we're proud of what we made, at least I'm very proud of what I made, and you should be too. You just need to go ahead and sign our name on here. So I'm going to do that right here at the bottom, and we're finished. I would love to see what you guys are making. So, and a lot of you have already sent in some of your work, and it looks awesome. You guys are so talented and great. So keep doing that. All you have to do is go on Instagram and just tag us at Brave Kids Art Club. Have your parents take a photo of your artwork and just tag us, or they can just direct message us or email us. You guys, your parents have been awesome, and I've been doing all of them. So thank you very, very much. And maybe at the end of the week on our Friday episode, your work will be featured, which will be really neat. All right, you guys, well, please subscribe to the channel. And if you enjoyed this video, please drop it a like. We do this Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So lots and lots of episodes too to catch up on in between those days. And remember, be brave, be creative, but most importantly, be you. Alrighty, we'll see you guys next time.